Top 5 relationship problems faced by Sagittarius. Sagittarius might be the sign with the most relationship problems. Their tendency to travel and their search for adventure, both physically and metaphorically, can make it very difficult for them to find relationships or to stay in them. Here are the top 5 relationship problems faced by Sagittarius. Number 1. Difficult to commit to one thing at a time. Sagittarius is the mutable fire sign with lots of energy. Like Gemini, however, their focus can wane quickly if they lose interest in what they're doing. So Sagittarius will jump from thing to thing as much as they can, and once they get bored, they move on. This kind of inconsistency can be really difficult in a relationship. Relationships need a balance of spontaneity and consistency. This can be very difficult for Sagittarius, and that means that they might have lots of short-term relationships or other kinds of casual encounters. Number 2. Need someone with a lot of spunk and a sense of adventure. Sagittarius is inspired to learn new things constantly. They have an unquenchable sense of adventure that will oftentimes make them globetrotters. If they can bring someone along, great. If they can't, they'll find someone who can or choose to go alone. Nothing will stop them from their adventures. This part of their nature is very dangerous for relationships. At the slightest sense of restriction, Sagittarius may bolt. They might leave a relationship temporarily or altogether. This creates lots of problems for anyone who wants to be with Sagittarius. Number 3. Often cheats or wants open relationships. Sagittarius, men especially, often cheat in relationships. Their sense of adventure comes from the desire for novel experiences. What Sagittarius doesn't realize is settling down is an adventure in and of itself. If Sagittarius doesn't cheat, they often ask to have open relationships and will push for them even if their partner is uncomfortable with it. Rather than indulge their promiscuity, Sagittarius is better off learning to settle down and take the experiences life only offers when taken slowly. A little bit of adversity to the natural personality of Sagittarius can do a lot of good for them. Number 4. Some are called to a higher purpose. Sagittarius rules the 9th house of higher learning, principles, and knowledge. They tend to be philosophical and concerned with how people should live their lives. They may find themselves with a career in politics, as a professor, as a lawyer, or some other career that's focused on searching for higher truth. This higher calling can remove them from their relationships almost entirely. They won't be thinking about the mundane aspects of life, like what color they'll paint their house, or do they have enough laundry detergent. They might need someone to help them with the more practical aspects of life, but don't count on them appreciating it. They'll be too focused on what they're doing and thinking to notice. Number 5. They can be too direct. Yes, there is such a thing as being too honest. Sagittarius can be blunt and straightforward to a fault. They have very little tact in the way they deal with their problems. They're the sign of the centaur with a bow. They don't ever miss their target. Once their arrow flies, there's no stopping it. Some people appreciate someone who's forward, but to others, it's a total turnoff. It can make Sagittarius seem pompous and disrespectful, only because sometimes the truth is too painful for people to handle. Sagittarius might not lie about infidelity or other difficult issues, but that won't stop them from making bad choices and stupid mistakes. They need to pay attention to where they're aiming. Is this target worth hitting, or is it better to not fire at all? This kind of reflection can help Sagittarius to be more truthful with themselves, which is always a good thing for their relationships. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe for all the updates.